I have
Last week,
felt
my
more
grandfather had surgery.
happiness and joy, and even today I'm looking at it's like I
This
think
week,
when I got rid
we
of
found
that,
out
I've been packing it
he doesn't have
inside of me
cancer.
about my father, and
They removed two
and
tumors,
since I've
and they took out a
blabbered
bunch
all
of
this stuff out
tissue
to
that
you,
was
and
cancerous,
it's like
treated him,
I have been happy.
and they'll see him
It's
again
a
in 6
different
months.
me. I've been packing that for
Welcome to
80
No Signal.
years.
Yeah. You got a something.
This week's a little bit different. I walked over to my grandparents, as usual, and my grandpa was up. He was already going.
A riding one.
Oh, nice.
He's counting his cash.
No, there's a used
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
If I can get one
he's
for
gonna go
less
pick
than
up today.
$400, I can get a. So I gotta go see.
Normally,
if
right
it
now,
runs.
he
Okay.
goes over the things I need
Anyway,
to
I'm
do,
getting my cash
projects we're
together.
working on.
Good.
No, that's
next
not
up
what
to
I
things.
was
Oh, okay.
here for. Okay, sit down.
All right.
I'll talk to you.
Let me get a chair. Hey, good.
Okay.
Okay.
I had my
He sits down and tells me he needs to talk to me.
prayers this morning, etc.
Normally, when this happens, I'm
Okay.
worried because I've screwed something up,
Not
or
his grandson,
there was the
as a
perception
friend.
that I screwed
There's
something
a
up.
difference right there. I'm looking at where do I want to go.
There are a lot of
the
things that
rest
my
of
grandpa
life?
talks about
What do
that
I
he
like
just
to
says
do?
over and over
Where
again.
am I at? Okay. I
He
love
typically
the
ends
sheep.
that by
I love
saying,
the
"You've
ranch.
never heard me
I
say
love
that before, have
writing.
you?"
But I also
When in fact,
love writing. When I wrote my
I have.
column for 17 years, I loved the writing. I put a shop together to build out there, but I
Today
haven't
was
even
something
been
that
out there. The Wilton History
genuinely
Group.
did surprise me.
I'm tired of their BS.
So my grandfather's a
You have
licensed
a
land surveyor,
gift
and he used to write a
I
column
have
in a
nowhere
newspaper about
understand, and
mapping, history, all
I
sorts
mean,
of
it's
stuff.
way over there. It's talked into the computer. You do this stuff. I have no idea what you're doing or where you're doing it. What I would like to do, we had talked and you had showed me that thing about putting a
Yeah.
column or not a column.
Yeah.
So
newsletter
a
together.
few months back, I showed my
I had no
grandfather
clue.
a
I went
newsletter,
over it, I looked
or
at it.
an idea for a
It makes
newsletter.
no sense to me. I need
He has
help.
this
The Wilton
River Valley
History
Mapping
Group right
Project
now
is what he
talked
calls
to the
it, and it's a
paper,
local
they're gonna
history
put a column in
of
there.
the area that
Do
we
I
live
wanna
in,
go that direction? Do I
in
wanna go
the eyes
there?
of
Do
the
I
people
wanna
who
go
mapped
here?
it.
Okay,
And so
the
I
question
put together a
is,
simple landing
if I
page,
go here,
and I put together what a newsletter
here,
could look
and
like.
I'm in charge.
Just because I know he
No,
likes
I'm
to
in
write,
charge,
I
but
thought
you
if I did this,
know
it'd
when,
give him a
where,
way
and
to
how.
get his
Okay.
Yeah.
words out to
So,
people again.
As I move into the wheelchair,
I kind of expected
okay,
he would
Yeah.
look at it and
should
think,
I
"Wow, this is
go
great. Let's do
with
it."
that thing that
And
you talked about? You are
he didn't
doing
respond
whatever
well.
you're doing. I don't understand what
He
you're doing.
looked at
Right.
it
You
and
do.
said,
Can we put
"This isn't my
together a
words.
column I can
I don't
write
really
and
like
you
it."
can make sure I put it into
The funny
right
thing is,
places?
they were exactly
'Cause I
his
don't
words,
want
and
to press
everything
a
that I
button
put on there
and
was
press it,
everything
and
that he'd
AI
actually written.
says, "Here's what happens,"
But
okay,
he looked at
if I
it,
keep adding
and
to it, I
because
get
he
up
didn't
to
put the
20,
time in to make it,
30,000 words. Is that
he didn't
still
like
in
it.
the thing? Is it still? In other words, do I have a book on there? I don't.
So now, a few months
understand
later,
this. You can
after his
explain it,
surgery,
Yep.
and we can work together.
he thinks it could be a good
Now,
idea.
Direction. I think I've found a direction that I want to
Yeah.
go.
So the technical part of it, which is the part that I would be taking care of. So
But he wants to make
technology
sure
is
there's
probably
no
way
AI,
past what you're thinking.
and
You
that we
think
have
it's
complete
capable
control
of doing.
over everything.
Write the stuff.
He doesn't
say,
like
"Here's
the
how I
idea of
want
clicking
it,"
a button
and you can
and
put
the
it into
computer
the proper
telling people what to do.
perspective.
Finally, after 2 hours of sitting there, I get to work. I'm gonna weed eat today and just clean up the property.
Do you want me to?
I take that back.
Where are you
He
going?
wants me to go look at the lawnmower with him.
Yeah, you want me to come? Sure.
This is a great example of how my time at my grandparents' works.
Oh, put my belt on. I keep forgetting. How's all the school
I've mentioned this
and
many
everything
times
with the
before,
kids coming?
but
It's been
today
good.
and
Let's
many
see,
days,
they've
it's
been
not
on a
really
little bit
about
of a
me
break,
coming over
and
to
then they'll
weed
start
eat,
back
or
up
lawn mow,
like
or
the
build a
second week of
fence.
August. We're sort of in
It's
that,
about spending time
you know,
with them.
getting ready for
Today is
back
just
into the normal
an
swing of
extra
things,
amount
I
of
guess.
time with him.
I can't think and look and drive at the same time.
Last week,
I have
my grandpa got
this
surgery, and we got really great news.
Which,
But I don't know how many of these Tuesdays or days I'm going to have left with him.
Get along with each other and chase each other and get mad and get in. I'm old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Okay?
He is reaching out to me
You
to
don't
help him with
learn
this project.
things that I learned.
Something
if I'd
that
been
a
at
few
home.
months ago
So,
he looked
but,
at and thought,
you know, I understand
I don't want to do that.
why. I do.
He
Goofy
seems like a
stuff
different
today.
person
Yeah, we
this
do.
past week.
That's why
The
we're
weeks
running
leading up
around
to
all over the
surgery,
place, so
he was
they're
in a really
not
bad place.
socially,
And
you know, backwards.
I'm not saying
You know,
this
but yeah,
just to make
it's-
him feel good,
It's,
but he seems like a different person.
everything
He's
that
happier,
you did
lighter.
in your computer, in
He doesn't
your
take things as
office,
seriously.
They could watch you.
I hope it continues.
Their office.
And still, there's
every-
plenty of
every
things for him to nitpick,
office,
like
they watched.
us not
you.
doing public school. But we get to
How many
the
people
place where the
do you
lawnmower
know
is, and they're closed on
that
Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Retired,
So we take a drive
happy,
to see this
very
lawnmower,
happy with their
and it
life,
just turned into
everything they've done,
my grandpa
you know,
talking,
ups and downs,
showing me places,
comfortable
pointing
with
things
their
out.
profession, happy with
This
their
is what this is all about.
It says too.
Recording the
Huh?
season
It
of
said it
life
was
that I'm
closed
in.
tomorrow. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, it's closed.
No, I didn't get as
Oh,
much work as I
Tuesdays
wanted
and
to
Wednesdays.
done
Okay,
today.
Good, because tomorrow I've got a
But what I did get is time with my grandfather.
doctor
Okay.
online.
Recorded
Oh,
it,
nice.
documented
That's
it.
easy.
9 o'clock in the
Because
morning.
life changes.
So everything's going well with all that.
Everything
Thanks for
is
watching
what
No
I
Signal.
peed last night.
We're almost to 100
Peeing now,
subscribers.
that's what they need to
And
know,
if something's
that
resonated
I
with you,
haven't plugged up.
or I'd
Good.
appreciate you
Plus,
subscribing. This is No Signal.
She will give me all the new information.
Life happens.
Okay,
and
that
you put
was
the
a
phone
good
down.
trip.